Hello and welcome to the People's Archive. You're probably watching this video because maybe someone sent you a clip, a recording, perhaps even a podcast. Well, my name is Kira Lovell, and I'm here to tell you about the People's Archive project and how you can get involved. So first, let me tell you a little bit more about the project. So the People's Archive was started a few years ago by myself and some other student researchers. And what we're trying to do is create an oral history archive, an archive of interviews with people on taboo topics in South Korea, topics that generally don't get discussed in broader society here. These topics have a wide range from sexuality, drag, conversion therapy, racism, to even mandatory military service. Interviews are recorded via Zoom or in person, are 45 to about 60 minutes, and they're all released on a free podcast with no ads on all platforms with short clips that are available on YouTube or Instagram. Now, we are looking for more interviewees, and we're really looking for people like you to join the cause, especially if you've got a good story about some really interesting topic that's going on in South Korea. If you would like to be one of our interviewees, for example, just like Nix here, who is a Brazilian drag artist in Korea, please contact us. Our email is peoplesarchivepodcast@gmail.com. And in the email, please include the topic that you'd like to discuss in your interview, the best time to contact you, and the method that we should reach you, even if it's Instagram direct, if it's by text. We are very accommodating. We're going to return your message, and then we're going to work with you on your boundaries, basically what you're comfortable, whether that is being anonymous, like some of our interviewees, being open, for example, like Nix, our drag performer here, or even going tagged or untagged in social media accounts. We're going to work around your availability as well. Let me tell you a little bit more about what to expect from the interview. Now, we pay 50,000 won for an hour-long interview scheduled around your availability. A lot of these interviews we've been able to do at night, so we're really able to work with you. Payment is made through Korean bank transfer or Venmo after the interview. Video recordings are converted into audio, so you are able to wear whatever you like in whatever setting you want, even if that means turning off your camera in Zoom and changing your name. Totally fine. Interviewees can be anonymous and can review the recording, including both the transcript and the audio if you like. You're welcome to review the media images, just like this one that we have for Maya Pussy Sparkles, as well as the description prior to the episode's release. Let me tell you a little bit more about some of the interviewees that we've had and what we're looking for. So, for example, we've been able to do about 21 out of 39 interviews purely on gender and sexuality. It's our biggest topic that we've been able to cover. Now, 4 out of those 21 interviews have been trans or non-binary people, and we are especially looking for more of these stories, specifically because of the transphobic environment that's in Korea. For example, how have you transitioned? What barriers have you faced? What community have you been able to build in the queer or genderqueer environment in Korea? We also have, of those 21, we have about 18 drag and burlesque performers. It's one of our largest interviewee subjects, and so I'd really love to encourage you, if you are a performer, if you socialize at queer spaces, we want to hear your story. It's especially important because right now there's a lot of urban renewal that's going on in Itaewon, Haebangchon, and those queer areas are being quickly disappeared. So your stories about how you connect with people at places like Rabbit Hole, Trance, any of these places are important for us. Finally, we're especially looking for Koreans or Gyopo. We have foreigners as well. Particularly, we're looking to interview foreigners that have been here a few years, just because we know that a lot of foreigners in Korea are very transient. We want to make sure that we interview people that have gotten their feet wet here, so to speak. But 10 out of 21 of those gender and sexuality interviews have been with Korean or Gyopo people. So we would love to hear from you. Even if that means that it will be anonymous, we want to tell your story. So, again, our biggest topic has been gender and sexuality. We have about 8 interviews that are on mandatory military service, with more to come. We also have a miscellaneous section. So, for example, we've been able to interview someone about wheelchair accessibility and hardships for that in Korea. We've been able to interview designers. We've been able to interview people that are social media content creators. We have a wide variety of people that we are really interested in. And basically, if you have a taboo topic, a topic that people don't really want to hear about in Korea, we are the people for you. Now, again, just want to repeat, how do you contact us? All the different ways that you can hear the People's Archive are listed here. We have a podcast that's called the People's Archive Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at the People's Archive Podcast. You can find our website, which is right here, the peoplesarchivepodcast.org. And finally, you can reach us on Instagram at the People's Archive Podcast on Instagram. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to telling your story.